I went to Boston University. I started at Boston University in 1957. By that time, you had left Boston, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 1 year. We almost overlapped. And the teacher, my teacher at design school at Boston University Theater School was a man named Horace Armistead, who was an old-timey, wonderful designer for the classical stage being ballet and opera. And 1957, he was still on a high because he had designed, not that many years before, the American premiere of Stravinsky's Rake's Progress
At the Met.
at the Metropolitan Opera. And we, as students, and there was Horace, that was one of his great accomplishments, along with 1,000 ballets for the American Ballet Theater and etc. And we were always aware that Horace had designed the Rake's Progress. So from the age of 16, I was just turning 17, the Rake's Progress was kind of a presence in my life, as was Stravinsky, who I didn't know. I'd heard his music on phonograph records, but I didn't know and had no thought of ever knowing, and absolutely nothing at all. And little did I know that 5 years later, I would meet Bliss, who was a pal and colleague of Stravinsky's, and that as the years passed, I would get to meet Stravinsky twice, fleetingly, but more importantly, that Bliss and I would have the wonderful opportunity of twice doing 2 different productions of the Rake's Progress for the Santa Fe Opera in Santa Fe, 1970 and 1984, I think it was. And it seems like the Rake's Progress and Stravinsky have been a kind of a cyclical thing in both of our lives separately and in our lives together. When I talk about our lives together, next month we celebrate 60 years of being together and doing Stravinsky as well as all the other composers who've been part of our lives.